What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy NextGen720 and I'm back with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's very important. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do so. I have a brand new Twitter. The link will be down in the first comment, but it's also in the description below the video, but I'll always pin it in the first comment section, the first comment in the comment section down below. That and my Twitch. Follow me, follow everyone back. We can talk games, we can talk whatever. Also, follow me on Twitch, where I do my exclusive streaming there, the Twitch gameplay. I have exclusive shows and everything coming directly to Twitch. So, again, follow me on Twitter. Follow my Twitch. You can still bring the conversation with me to gaming-wise or whatever, from Twitter to Twitch or whatever. Like I said, those those links will be down in the first comment pinned in the comment section. The link to the Discord, you got to join that. The Patreon, all that good stuff. It's in the description box, but I'll pin everything down in the first comment section below. Also, if you're into getting your podcasts on SoundCloud, iTunes, or Stitcher, all of that is down below in the description box. Every show that I do is on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Now, with that being said, during E3, Microsoft hinted or stated that they're already at work on the next generation Xbox. And some gamers are like, it's too soon. They may have just gotten the X, or they may have just gotten the PlayStation 4 Pro. But what they don't understand is that this generation started in 2013. A healthy console cycle is normally 4 to 5 years, and we get new hardware. Normally, what used to be when consoles came out, they were ahead of the curve, or PCs, believe it or not. But what happened in last generation, the 7th gen, that 8 and 9 year console generation, very unhealthy for gaming, as far as tech-wise, moving the industry forward. So, well, both Microsoft and Sony came out with something new that they tried this generation, which was more successful. The X was successful, and like I said, the Pro in its own right, both successful. People were buying. For those that care for the performance, the hardcore. And again, for those who may have just got your X or your Pro, like, damn, I just got that, and games look fantastic, I don't need anything else. And that's what happens towards the tail end of each generation. Games start to look better than they ever did. I remember when Halo 4 came out during the 360, the end of the 360 life cycle. And I was like, damn, this is only 360? But what happens is developers learn how to muster all of the juice, that's within the console, do little tricks and cut little corners to achieve that visual fidelity, that the graphics that we all know and love. Look at what Naughty Dog did with what they're doing with The Last of Us 2, and people was like, oh, this can't be on a PlayStation 4 Pro, this has got to be on a PS5 and or a PC. And they came out today and said, no, all what you're seeing here is being done on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Dev kit, but same thing. But anyway, back to what I was saying in this video. So it says here that Japanese developers are closely working with Microsoft to develop the next Xbox console. It says all good things must come to an end. Jaffe pinned down this proverb. He had a context of a tragic love story in mind. What he might not have been aware of was the fact that similar is the love story of the present generation Xbox consoles and its users. It seems to be that this love story is coming to an end, and Microsoft seems to be on top of the situation. In a recent interview with the Xbox division, Phil Spencer, shout out to Phil, revealed that the company is working closely with Japanese developers to bring in the next Xbox console. Ooh. What does that mean? They're working closely with they're working closely with with Japanese developers to develop the next console. You know what that means? They don't want another one of these. What? What's up, Sony? Yeah. $500 console. Connect in the box. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Put your hands up. Yeah. The big one is Microsoft. The skinny little dude with not much money is Sony, right? At the start of the generation. Now, yeah. What's up? We about to crush you now. Oh shit. Oh God. That's what happened to Microsoft this generation. Literally, that's what happened to Microsoft. This generation. So, to avoid all that, they're not going to come out there cocky, thinking they got the fight in the bag. And it's a good thing they're working closely with not just Japanese developers, with all developers. You know what I mean? I think when it comes to next generation consoles, between the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox 2 or whatever the next Xbox is going to be, right? I would say this would have kept it simple: Xbox One, Xbox 2, Xbox 3, but neither here or there. But Sony just had a leap on them, and they was like I said, they want to say, you know, the PlayStation 5 seemed higher than the Xbox 4, but neither here. I read an article about that. What needs to happen next? Well, at the start of next generation, because this generation is over. Sony is already 80 million strong. They may tap out the generation before the new one, so maybe at 100 million. What could they do different? The most important thing is never concede in power. And again, I know power isn't always the answer, but you know how Sony rode that off into the sunset. 1080p makes you a better gamer. Just that, you know. But now Microsoft has the power, but they don't have the game. See, the roles have reversed. At the start of the generation, Sony had the power, and they did well in marketing that 1080p, better than 900p, but they didn't have the most exclusive. They launched with Killzone, Knack, Drive Club, Bloodborne was a gem. Then they had The Last of Us Remastered until Uncharted came out. Then you got Horizon Zero Dawn and God of War, Detroit. Everything's coming now. They're just piling it on. But at the start of next generation, this is basic business 101. You have to do everything that your competitor is doing, so they can't concede no more in the power, which I told you guys before was told to me by a developer, that when it comes to power, Microsoft will no longer be outgunned. But it's more than just that, because now they have the power, now they just need the games, right? Day one, they have to have something on that console that shows that it couldn't be done on previous gen hardware. We need something hidden above anything we've seen on the X or the thing. I mean, not barely. I mean, we need something that's going to truly take advantage of the hardware. They have to have that day and date when the console launched. And this was the problem with the X, that they released an amazing console, but they didn't have not one exclusive to take advantage of the hardware. Nope, they still don't have any. They still don't have one. It's going on. The console will be out a year come November, and they still don't have one game, exclusive-wise, that fully takes advantage of the hardware. What I mean by that is, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you again Exhibit A. What they did, what Sony did with what Naughty Dog was doing with The Last of Us. Now, this is on the PlayStation Pro footage. It looks better than anything graphically on the Xbox One X exclusive-wise, hands down. That's God of War, same thing. And this is not even up for discussion, but again, I say that to say this. Let me mute this here in the back. I say that to say this. Microsoft's going to have to change that narrative. Not only is it going to have the most powerful console, their exclusives are going to have to be great, and the exclusives are going to have to take advantage of the hardware. Being that, again, Sony's riding this all-time high. Greatness. It wouldn't hurt if they come in there and undercut the price of Sony. So here's my prediction. Next generation consoles will be $500. If Microsoft can come in there at $450, $400, have the most powerful hardware, and the game shows that it's the most powerful hardware, then guess what? They're back in the fight again. They're back in the saddles, you know what I mean? But again, they have to have their games day and date. Now, they've just acquired 5 new studios. We probably won't see the fruits of their labor until next generation. All will be forgiven when the next generation starts. If their big 5 new studios are there with 5 new amazing exclusives. Also, too, may not seem popular to some, they need to go back to having true Xbox exclusives. You know what I mean? It's okay if you release them with the Windows 10, but not day and date. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is your boy NextGen 720. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You know, what do you think about Microsoft working with Japanese developers to deliver the next Xbox 2 or Xbox 8, Xbox Infinity? But like I said, I take it one step further. It's not just Japanese developers. They're working with all developers. The same thing with Sony. They're in discussion with developers. What are you going to need to bring your next generation products to light? What do you need from us? That's just the nature of the business. Now, Nintendo normally goes to developers, say, here, this is our box. This is what we work. This is all we got. Then what you can do with it. Both Microsoft and Sony kind of work with third party, and I'll give you an example of that. Epic went to Microsoft, said, listen, we need a half a gig more RAM so we can really bring Gears of War to light. And you know what? Bill cut the check for an extra $1 billion more. That's why he was able to have Party Cat crossing all that stuff with the 360, because it had more RAM. But that's another story for another day. But that's, again, them listening to the developers and what they need to bring their games to light. And like I said, Sony is doing the same thing also. But anyway, this is your boy Next Gen 720. I'm out of here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I said before, click the links. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. Sign up for the Patreon. Support the platform. All that. For those that guys support the Patreon, there are several tiers, but I make everything available for everyone. You can get Discord roles. I have what you call hot mics behind the scenes, but the show, but what we do, the talking, I do the BGST, the multiplayer, the Beastfire. After the show goes off air and before air, I'm constantly recording. So sometimes guys forget, they get into arguments, you hear it all. But anyway, thank you again for rocking out with us, with me. I'll catch you guys later on the show. Like I said, this is a beautiful game. So I can only imagine what the PS5 and the next generation Xbox games are going to look like. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Oh, my mouse. Look at this. This is beautiful, baby. This is beautiful, baby. Look at this. This is the PS4 Pro. Can't wait. Wait, Next Gen 720, I'm out here. Bang.